The Al-Qaeda insurgency in Yemen, which has persisted since 1992, poses a significant challenge to the country's stability, regional security, and the global fight against terrorism. Rooted in a complex web of political, economic, and social factors, this insurgency has not only affected Yemen but also has broader implications for the Middle East and beyond. This article provides an overview of the Al-Qaeda insurgency in Yemen, its origins, key actors, and the ongoing efforts to counter this extremist threat. Historical context and emergence. The seeds of the Al-Qaeda insurgency in Yemen can be traced back to the early 1990s when returning Mujahideen fighters from the Soviet-Afghan War sought to establish a presence in Yemen. The political instability, tribal conflicts, and weak governance structures provided fertile ground for extremist ideologies to take hold. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula gradually emerged as a major player, exploiting local grievances and utilizing Yemen as a safe haven for its operations. Territorial expansion and global threat. AQAP's activities in Yemen escalated following the September 11, 2001 attacks, as the group sought to exploit the country's security vacuum. The insurgency gained momentum, with AQAP launching attacks against Yemeni security forces, government institutions, and Western targets. The group's aspirations extended beyond Yemen, as it became known for its international reach and involvement in various plots targeting the United States and its allies. Challenges of weak governance and economic hardships. The Al-Qaeda insurgency in Yemen has been fueled by underlying socio-political and economic challenges. Weak governance, corruption, poverty, and a lack of basic services have fueled public grievances and created an environment conducive to extremism. The Yemeni government's limited capacity to address these issues effectively has allowed AQAP to exploit the discontent and gain support among marginalized populations. Role of the Houthi rebellion and sectarian tensions. The rise of the Houthi rebellion in Yemen further complicated the landscape of the Al-Qaeda insurgency. Sectarian tensions between the Zaydi Shia Houthis and Sunni extremist groups, including AQAP, have added a sectarian dimension to the conflict. AQAP has capitalized on the chaos and power vacuum created by the Houthi rebellion, positioning itself as a counterforce to the Houthis and expanding its influence in areas of Yemen. Counterterrorism efforts and international involvement. Yemen's efforts to counter the Al-Qaeda insurgency have been challenging, given the country's internal conflicts and the limited resources and capabilities of its security forces. International actors, including the United States and its allies, have provided support through intelligence sharing, training, and drone strikes targeting AQAP leaders. However, these efforts have also faced criticism for their impact on civilian casualties and the potential for further radicalization. Humanitarian crisis and displacement. The Al-Qaeda insurgency, coupled with the broader conflict in Yemen, has led to a severe humanitarian crisis. The violence and instability have resulted in widespread displacement, food insecurity, and a collapse of basic services. The civilian population continues to suffer the brunt of the conflict, with limited access to healthcare, education, and safe shelter. The path to lasting peace and stability. Resolving the Al-Qaeda insurgency in Yemen requires a comprehensive approach that addresses both the security and underlying socio-economic factors. Strengthening governance institutions, promoting inclusivity, and addressing grievances are essential for countering extremist ideologies. Efforts must also be directed towards providing humanitarian assistance, fostering reconciliation, and promoting development to address the root causes of the conflict.